Create a video using exactly this script. Bakery, Unit 1. Objective. The students will acquire in-depth knowledge about wheat flour and byproducts of wheat. Wheat, structure of wheat grain, types of wheat. Milling of wheat and roll of bran and germ, different types of flour. Composition of flour, gluten. Water absorption, power of flour. pH, value of flour. Unit 2. Objective. The students will understand the different types of raw materials and their functions. Different methods of bread making. Raw material required for bread making. Flour, yeast, sugar, salt, water, milk, milk products, shortening and egg. There are several different methods of bread making, including the straight dough method, the delayed salt method, the no-time dough method, and the sponge and dough method. Each of these methods has its own unique steps and characteristics. Next, let's look at the different processes involved in bread making. The objective of this unit is to understand what makes a good quality bread, how it should be, and the characteristics of both its inner and outer parts. Understanding the characteristics of good bread is essential. Externally, good bread should have the right volume, a symmetrical shape, a bloom crust color, evenness of bake, a proper oven break, and cleanliness. Internally, it should have the right color, structure, texture, and sheen, along with a pleasant flavor and aroma, crumb clarity and elasticity, and moistness. But sometimes, things can go wrong. So, we'll also discuss common bread faults and their remedies. The objective of this unit is to understand yeast and its functions. First, let's get an elementary knowledge of baker's yeast. Yeast plays a crucial role in the fermentation and conditioning of dough. It's important to understand the effects of both under and over fermentation, as well as the effects of under and over proofing. These factors can significantly impact the quality of your bread. Unit 5. Objective. To gain knowledge about bread diseases, packing, and sales. Bread diseases like rope and mold can really affect the quality of your bread. We'll discuss the causes and prevention of these diseases and how bread improvers can help. Additionally, we'll look at ways to improve the physical quality of bread. Finally, we'll cover packing, costing, and marketing strategies to ensure your bread reaches customers in the best condition. Confectionery Unit 1. Objective. To understand the different types of raw materials and their functions in confectionery. We'll start with cake-making ingredients like flour, sugar, and eggs. Then, we'll move on to fats and oils, followed by moistening agents. We'll also discuss leavening agents. Unit 2. Objective. The students will acquire knowledge about the different types of cake-making methods, faults, and remedies. In this section, we'll explore various cake-making methods. These include the sugar batter method, the flour batter method, the all-in process, the blending method, the boiled method, and the sugar water method. Each method has its own unique steps and techniques. Let's dive into the characteristics of cakes, shall we? First, we have the internal aspects like volume, the color of the crust, symmetry of form, crust character, and bloom. Then, we move to the external features such as grain, crumb color, aroma, taste, texture, and shelf life. Now, balancing the cake formula and oven temperature is crucial. And of course, understanding cake faults and their remedies is essential. Unit 3 Objective. By the end of this unit, students will gain knowledge about icings and hot and cold desserts. All right, moving on to icings and desserts. There are different types of icing, and each has its unique uses in confectionery. We also need to consider flavor and food color. Setting agents like gelatine, pectin, and agar-agar play a vital role too. And let's not forget about cocoa products and the various types of chocolate. When it comes to desserts, we have hot and cold options, such as soufflé, mousse, and pudding. Unit 4, Objective. The goal here is to understand the classification of pastries and their byproducts. Now, let's talk about pastry making. There are several types of pastries, and it's important to understand the principles involved in making them. We also need to be aware of pastry faults and how to remedy them. Unit 5, Objective. By the end of this unit, students will understand the difference between cookies and biscuits. Preparation of cookies and biscuits. Factors affecting the quality of cookies and biscuits. Cookies' faults and causes. Bakery hygiene and work safety. After the completion of this unit, the student will know the methods of quality control and good storage methods. Quality bakery goods include quality control for raw materials, dough, and finished products. Storage methods for raw materials and finished products to avoid bread diseases. After the completion of this unit, the student will understand the food poisoning causes and the ways of their prevention. Food safety methods. 1. Definition of food poisoning. 2. Food infection and food intoxication. 3. Food poisoning bacteria and their prevention. 4. Food safety methods. HACCP, CO-SH, danger zone temperature, cross-contamination, color coding. 5. General rules of sanitary food handling. Unit 3, Objective. After the completion of this unit, the student will understand about the good structural details of a hygienic bakery and the environment hygiene. Premises hygiene. 1. Good structural details for a hygienic bakery. Floors, walls, ceilings, drainage, plumbing, lighting, and ventilation. 2. Ill effects of garbage and eco-friendly methods of garbage disposal. 3. Pest and diseases, pest control techniques. 4. Equipment hygiene. 4.1. Definition of disinfection, sterilization, and sanitation. 4.2. Cleaning methods for electrical, large and small equipment. 5. 2 and 3 sink dishwashing methods. Unit 4, Objective. After the completion of this unit, the student will understand the measures to be taken to maintain their personal safety. Personal safety. 1. Good grooming standards and care of body parts for personal hygiene. 2. Importance of oral hygiene. 3. Comfortable and protective clothing. 4. Causes of accidents and their preventive methods. 5. Basic first aid for minor injuries. Burns, scalds, cuts and wounds, insect bites. Unit 5, Objective. After the completion of this unit, the student will know about the general safety rules and food safety laws.